My name is Sean Bushy. I live at 9 Brightside Ave. I am the Vice President for the Gloucester Police Patrolmen's Association, Massacop Local 344. Standing next to me is John Foote. Also in the audience is Mike Williams, Secretary, and Dave Quinn, Treasurer. Thank you, Councilor Romeo and fellow City Councilors, for letting me take this opportunity to address some concerns over a training event which occurred on Friday evening, March 16, 2007. The training was at the Gloucester Police Department outdoor firing range at the end of Forest Lane. First, let me read to the council an excerpt taken directly from the regulations governing training at the Department of the Army, Devon's Reserve Forces Training Area in Devon's, Massachusetts. Falls under the category of training, safety. Safety is a primary concern when conducting any training at Devon's. Safety will not be sacrificed for the sake of realism. Safety is the first consideration of every soldier and civilian using Devon's facilities. Safety is the primary responsibility of every leader down to the smallest element. We understand we are not military soldiers. We are police officers ready and willing to protect the community. We are also citizens with families who want to be given the same safety considerations when training as afforded to others who serve our country. We do not want to be treated like wild animals for the sake of retaliation. Even range control at Fort Devon shut down their range for the sake of safety on that evening. Last Friday evening it was. From approximately 4:15 until 7 p.m., 7 Gloucester police officers were assigned to firearms training at the outdoor firing range. A nor'easter was slamming into the city. It was cold and snowing, probably about 6 inches by the time we were done. Visibility was difficult, the wind was gusting, the conditions were, in a word, dangerous. Don't get me wrong, my members have no problem being out there when the weather is inclement if duty calls. But this was ridiculous. There is no doubt that each police officer at the GPD would not hesitate to risk his or her own life to save that of another. But to subject the officers to unnecessary risks under the premise of training is indefensible. The training could have been postponed without costing the city a dime. We were not even there to be trained to meet state standards. That can be done at any time. In fact, that training was just completed in October. We were there because we have dared to take on the police chief and his beloved training division. This was our reward for exercising our constitutional rights as union officials and citizens. For months, we have been trying to communicate with the city administration over the money that is being wasted in unnecessary training and staffing, while the city keeps telling us at the bargaining table that it is in dire financial straits. Our letters have fallen on deaf ears. The GPD training continues to focus on SWAT-type tactical training. This, in our opinion, is the wrong direction to take. We would like to see the department move towards improving the quality of our neighborhoods by engaging in a community-oriented style of policing. We have tried to invoke a provision in our contract that calls for regular meetings between the union and the mayor as part of a total quality management program. This is designed, and I quote, right out of the collective bargaining agreement, to explore methods for the improvement of the quality of the services delivered by the police department. We want to improve the quality of the services we can provide to the public, but we cannot do that alone. We call on you, the City Council, and the citizens of Gloucester to demand accountability from our public officials. We want to do what we have sworn to do, protect and serve this community. But we cannot achieve that goal when people we work for not only ignore us, but go out of their way to get back at us. Once again, the financial burden is going to fall on the taxpayers of Gloucester to defend the unfair labor practice committed upon the union by the GPD administration. Thank you very much.